right. I should all the courses but discuss the budget inch.
People should be up for cross now. How much longer do we have to endure the sight of those filthy English warships pulling ashore?
This isn't time for fishing, Beckus. Just wait until we get our hands on those damn soldiers.
안녕하세요 여러분. 저는 BDG에서 무대 감독을 맡고 있는 유정민입니다. 관람 전에 몇 가지 안내사항이 있어서 잠시 제가 나와서 이렇게 얘기를 드리게 됐는데요. 저희 번역을 찾아주신 여러분들께 진심으로 다시 한번 감사드리고 잠시 후 공연이 시작되니 혹시 소지하고 계신 전자기기에 전원이 켜있진 않는지 확인하도록 확인해 주시면 정말 감사하겠습니다. 그리고 저희 번역 공연은 공연 중에 촬영이 전혀 허용되지 않습니다. 사진은 공연이 끝난 후 커튼콜 시에만 촬영이 가능하니 이 점 유의 부탁드립니다. 공연 중 도움이 필요하신 관객께서는 입장하신 문 근처에 대기하고 있는 스태프분께 도움 요청하시면 됩니다. 비상 상황이 발생하면 공연장 뒤에 있는 문을 통해서 신속하게 대피하시되 이동에 도움이 필요하신 분들 먼저 대피할 수 있도록 협조해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 공연장을 찾아주신 관객분들께 다시 한번 감사드리며 안전하고 즐거운 관람 되시길 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Very well. Now we're going to try it once more. Just once more. Now relax and breathe in and out. In and out. Come on, Sarah. This is our secret. Nobody's listening. Nobody hears you.
Kom det baby det pejta se av glaubt
Get
vi
your
ska
coffee
se.
believer. My name. Come on, one more try. My name is. Good girl.
My
Good. My name.
my
Raise your hand. Shout it out. Nobody's listening.
Alla rekeros estoy en la trido Luis.
Once more. Just once more. My name is. Come on now. Head up. Mouth open.
my
Good.
my
Great.
my name
Yes.
my name is
Yes.
Sarah.
Marvelous. Bloody marvelous. Did you hear that, Jimmy? My name is Sarah. Clear as a bell. The infant British doesn't know what you're at. Now we're really starting. Nothing will stop us now. Nothing in the white word.
Listen to this, madness.
Certainly, James, what is it? Maybe you said opus.
Osana va menne rapte mas Asini. After Asini ascended, she touched Ulysses with her wand. She withered the fair skin of his supple limbs and destroyed the flaxen hair from off his head. And about his limbs, she put the skin of an old man. The devil. And wait till you hear, she shall finish this again. The news of Sunday will say, she dimmed his two eyes that were so beautiful, and closed them with a vile red close mirror with filthy smell. Do you see? Smell. Smell. Do you see? Show look at what the same dark smoke has done to myself. Would you call that flaxen hair?
Of course I heard.
Asini made him into a trap. You know what they call her?
Low copy stated.
That's it. Flashing eyed Asini. By God, Bannister, if you had a woman like that around the house, it's not stripping at her fame you'd be thinking about,
She was a goddess, Jimmy.
Oh, better still. Sure, she can get her fill of men.
You're impossible.
I was just thinking, if you had the choosing between Asini and Artemis and Helen of Troy, all she offenses is girls. Now, if you had the picking between them, which should you take?
Which should I take, Sarah?
No harm to Helen, and indeed no harm to Artemis, but I say I've no choice but to go full straight for Asini. By God, sir, the flashing eye was better keep a man jerked up constant.
You're a dangerous bloody man, George.
Flashing eye, huh? Sure, Homer knows it all, boy. Homer knows it all.
Where the hell has he got to?
stop beside me, Mora.
Would I be safe?
No safer man than Donegal.
The best harvest in living memory, they say. I don't want to see another like it. Look at the blisters.
Es ne fatigata?
Soon faticatissima.
Bene, ottime.
That's the height of my Latin. It'd be better if I had even that much English.
English? I saw you as English.
3 words and 1 sentence. Wait. In Norfolk, we did sport ourselves around the maple. What about that?
It's made cool.
My aunt Mary taught me that when I was about 4. Whatever it means. Do you know what it means, Jimmy?
Sure you know I'm only Irish like yourself.
And Latin. And Greek.
Oh, I know an English word.
What?
Shave.
What's a shape?
You know. Shave, you know. Diana the Huntress, she's in great shape.
You may be sure that's the one English word you would know. Is there a drop of water about?
I'm sorry I couldn't get on last night.
Doesn't matter.
BD had sent for me to write a letter to her sister in Nova Scotia. All the last period. I brought the cow to the poultry times last week, Bonjour.
That's better.
And she got so embarrassed that she forgot who she was sitting to. The old drunken schoolmaster and the lame son of his were still patrolling about in the head of school, wasting people's good time and money.
She did not.
And me taking it all down. Thanks God, one of the new national schools was being built. It was after midnight by the time I got back.
Great to be a busy man.
I could hear him using all my breakfast, but I thought it was too late to call.
Wasn't your father in Rainforest last night? It must have been near 3 o'clock by the time you got home. Was it 4? No matter where this is.
I think if you're at the age tomorrow, if that means.
Suit yourself. The English soldier, below in the tent, them temple fathers, don't come me up to give us a hand. I don't know what word they say or they mean. But sure, that doesn't matter, does it?
What the hell are you so trapped about?
Pastoral salutations to you all.
He was coming down past Culinary and he's as full as a pig.
3 questions. Question A, am I drunk? Question B, am I sober? Responde.
Question C, Master. When were you last over?
What's a weapon, Naughty?
I warned him. He'll be arrested one of these days.
Up in the boat with Bridget and her old fella. The red coats were just across at the foot of Cronamona, dragging them on chains and peeping through the big machine. They lug about everywhere with them. You know the name of it, Menace?
Theodolite.
How do you know?
They leave it in our fire at night, sometimes if it's raining.
Theodolite? What's the etymology of that word, Menace?
No idea.
Just get on with the story.
Say something to do with a god. Maybe say a goddess.
You all isn't you. Anyway, every time they stick one of these poles into the ground and move across the boat, I flip up and shift the train to a certain pace to the side. Then they come back and stare at it and look at their calculations and stare at it again and scratch their heads and cries. Do you know what they end up doing?
Wait till you hear.
They took the blood wash apart.
That's the image of them.
You must be proud of your work, Guilty.
That was a gesture to indicate a presence,
How eloquent.
but too dangerous. Never do it again.
I'm telling you, you'll be arrested.
Mr. Soldier, I know nothing. It's all.
Let go of me, you dirty brute. I have a headline to do before Bikini comes.
I don't think wait for dinner. Let's get started.
Nellie Rue's baby was christened this morning. Did any of you hear what she called it? Did you, Sarah? Did you, Maura?
No.
My Seamus said she was threatening she was going to call it after its father.
Who's the father?
That's the point, you donkey! So there's a lot of uneasy box about Ballygrap this day.
She told me last Sunday she was going to call him Jimmy.
Me?
Oh, you're a liar, Goldie! Jimmy, recite anything for him.
I came across it last night. This will interest you. And book to a Virgil's Georgics.
God, that's my territorial rights.
You clown, you! Hold this.
Listen to this. Negra per presso, pension supplementera.
Come now, easy boys, easy.
Menace?
Don't push me,
Let's
please.
set this flag and Richmond is the treasure of the
Give me a chance.
And you as Putre, which plumbery soil is in the main vessel for chords. Isn't that what I'm always telling you? Vessel for chords, that's birds.
Too late to be Jesus to wash himself and his Retromian agriculture. Come away, out of this with me. And we'll plant some corn together.
Alright. Let's settle down. I guess I'll work on it. I know Chen making will come. Get the song. What about the Dolly twins? Are the Dolly twins not coming anymore? Did you ask them?
Haven't seen them. Not about these days.
Are they at home? Where are they then?
Anglers who fish angry. What else do they do?
You don't think they're doing anything dangerous again, do you? They're
My shame is this. Two of the soldiers' horses are missing. Do you hear the whistles of his old slate? It's easier to stand by learning than to recall it.
The tree, the agriculture of Takitu.
God, you're a dose!
keep your elbow closer to your side. Good. Talking?
I'm at the 7 times skipper. I'm perfect skipper.
Do you understand those songs? My name is Sarah. Can I help you? What are you at?
Member of America. The passage money came last Friday.
You never told me that.
Because I haven't seen you since, have I?
You don't know to go. Isn't it yourself?
There's 10 below me to be raised, and no man in the house. What do you suggest?
Do you want to go?
Did you apply for that job in the new national school?
No.
You said you would.
I said I might.
When it opens, this is finished. Nobody's going to pay to go to a
I
head
know
school.
that. I was thinking
It's a
that
56 pounds a year. You're throwing away.
I can't apply for it.
You promised me you would.
My father is applying.
Oh, he has not.
Day before
For
yesterday.
God's sake, sure you know him.
I couldn't! I can't go in the maze.
Suit yourself. I saw your shame as heading up to the poor fairly this morning.
Oh, I forgot to tell you this. My shame is that as soon as he crossed over the gap at Knopkamana, just beyond where the soldiers are making the maps, the sweet smell was everywhere.
You never told me that. Did you see the crops in pots?
Some,
How did the cops do?
fine, I think.
In flour?
I don't know, he didn't say.
Just a sweet smell. That's all.
They say that's the way it sneaks in, don't they? First the smell, and then one morning the stalks are all black and limp.
Are you stupid? If it's true, it's the rotting stalks make the sweet smell for God's sake. That's what the smell is. The rotting stalks.
Sweet smell? Sweet smell. Every year at this time somebody comes back with the stories of the sweet smell. Sweet God, did the potato ever fail in Bolivia? Well, did they ever? Ever? Never. There was never blight here. Never. Never. But we are always nipping about for it, aren't we? Looking for disaster. The rents are going to go up again. The harvest's going to be lost. The herrings have gone away forever. There's going to be evictions. Honest to God, some of you people aren't happy unless you're miserable, and you'll not be right content until you're dead.
Bloody right, Norway. And St. Comsa prophesied there never be blood here in Bolivia. So we're alright. The real problem now is that Hugh is going to give me a hard time soon. 7 straight of 20, 7 fours of 20, and 7 fives of 49. Owen, do you fancy my chances as boss of the new national school?
You ought to apply, don't you?
Do you think so? Christ, maybe I'll get it.
Did you know that you start at the age of 6 and you have to stick at it until you're 12 at least, no matter how smart you are or how much you know?
Who torched that yarn?
And every child from every house has to go all day, every day, summer or winter. That's allowed.
I'll tell you something. Nobody's going to go near them. They're not gonna take gun, love or no love.
And everything's free in them. You pay for nothing except the books you use. Isn't that right, Manus?
I think so.
And from the very first day you go, you'll not hear one word of Irish spoken. You'll be taught to speak English, and every subject will be taught through English. And everyone will end up as cute as 7 crown people.
He's here, boys. Christ, here, big yellow man all over me for those blood tables.
Have you any extra talk, Manus?
And yet the last
Anyone got a bloody table book? Try some phrase. I'm dying much.
What's your going, Dulcie?
False alarm, boys. The burger's not coming at all. Sure, the burger's hungry for to work.
Assume, Dottie, assume. Perhaps not in summary that we could expect that, but adequately summary is to overhear you there. Let's draw salutations to you all.
Thank you.
James. Apologies for my late arrival. We're celebrating the baptism of Neller's baby.
What name did she put on it, Master?
Was it Abe? Yes, it was Abe.
Ooh, Eamon Donald from Toy. Price.
And after the ceremonial nominations, Dottie,
Would it be...
so, James.
The ritual of naming.
Indeed, we then had a few libations to mark the occasion. Altogether very pleasant. Dottie, 7 nines.
Sorry, master?
7 times 9.
7 nines. 7 nines. 7 times nines. 7 times nines are... Perhaps it's on the tip of my tongue, master. I knew for sure this morning when that's the only one that focuses.
63.
What's wrong with it? 7 nines are 53, master.
Some class from Connors once said, "You know nothing is the sweetest of." Now where's Shannon back?
He said it was other.
And Rodan.
She says she's not coming back anymore.
No, Rodan can now write her name. Rodan's education is complete. And one of the twins.
They're probably at the park. There's the 1 and 8 I owe you for last quarter's arithmetic. And there's my 1 and 6 for this quarter's writing.
Gracias, Liviado. Before we commence our study, I have 3 items of information to impart to you about the strong team black. Item A. On my perambulation today, Bridget. To slow. Moira.
Carbonara, to locomotives.
Indeed. I encountered Captain Lancy of the Royal Engineers. He tells me that in the past few days, 2 of his horses have strayed, and some of his equipment seems to be mislaid. I expressed my regret and suggested he address you himself on these matters. He then explained he does not speak Irish. Latin I asked none. Greek, not a syllable. He speaks only English, but he seems suitably very James.
Veraclindus, humble.
Indeed. He then voiced some surprise that we did not speak his language. I explained that a few of us did, on occasion, usually for the purpose of comments. I used to wish his tongue seemed particularly stupid. And a slice of soda bread! And I said that our own culture and the classical terms made a happier communication. Dottie?
Conjugal. I join together.
Indeed. English, I suggested, couldn't really express this. And he acquiesced to my logic. Acquiesced more. So, Bridget,
Acquiesco.
said it?
Acquiesco. Acquiescere. Acquiesci. Acquiesco.
Indeed. And I tend to eat.
Master?
Yes. Well,
We should all be learning to speak English. That's what my mother said. That's what I I could do that only if I wrote the access to run it, as I run this high school for the past 35 years.
Free to run it.
Indeed. He then retorted, courteously and empathetically, that he hopes that his outlet will be run. Indeed, I've had a steady say, Vance will take care of you.
Could anybody tell me, is this where Hugo although that holds its school?
It's Owen, you, the boys, it's Owen, you.
Gotti! How are you, Jimmy?
Fine, fine.
And Bridget, give us a kiss. You're open, Owen. It's not. Yes, it's more on top. God, a young woman.
Are you, Owen?
And how's the old man himself?
Where?
Bear, for God's sake, you never looked better. Come here to me. Great to see you, Father. Great to be back.
I paid no attention to you.
Come on. Let's go up to Ananamba. Not there, Owen. Why not?
Purple tea is worse than ever.
All the better. And you and I are going to get full-less drunk. And menace.
You're welcome, Owen.
I know I am. Great to be back here. I can't believe it. I come back after 6 years, and everything's just as it was. I can change it. But I did. Even the smell. That's the same smell this place always had.
It's Jimmy Jack's feet.
And the malt hasn't changed either.
Well, you're right, Owen.
Jimmy, any word on the big day? Come on, you're still living in Homer, right?
We heard stories that you own handmade shops in Dublin. Is it true?
Only 9. And you've 12 horses and 6 servants. Yes, somehow.
When did you arrive?
We left Dublin yesterday and got here about half an hour ago.
You're hungry then?
Indeed. Getting food, getting drink.
It's fine, Father. Listen, am I interrupting you all?
By no means, we're finished for the day.
Wonderful. I'll tell you why. 2 friends of mine are waiting outside the door. They would like to meet you, and I would like you to meet them. May I bring them in?
Certainly. You'll eat an house.
Fine, Father. You've seen the sappers working in this area for the past fortnight, haven't you?
I've met Captain Benson.
Great. He's the cartographer in charge of this whole area. Cartographer James?
A maker of maps.
Indeed. And the younger man that I traveled with from Dublin, his name is Lieutenant Yoland, and he's attached to the toponymic department. Father, responde. Respond.
He gives names to places.
Indeed. Beautiful. Honest to God, it's such a delight to be back here with you all again. Civilized people. Anyway, may I bring them in?
Your friends are.
I'll be straight back. What's on your face? Who are you?
My name is Sarah.
Sarah who?
Sarah Johnny Sullivan.
Of course, from Bunna Owen. I'm Owen. Owen who's more from Baliban. Good to see you. Oh, one small thing, Father.
Thank you.
I'm on their payroll.
I said a menace.
You haven't enlisted, have you?
Be a soldier? No. I'm just employed as a civilian interpreter. My job is to translate the quaint, archaic tongue you people persist in speaking into King's good English.
Move. Put some order in things. Come on, Sarah. Hide the bucket. Who's are these slaves? Somebody takes the dishes away. Fascinate.
You didn't tell me you're definitely living.
Not now.
Good girl, Bridget. That's the style.
You might at least have told me.
Are these your books, Menace?
Yes, thank you.
You talk to me about getting married. We neither a roof over your head nor a set of ground over your feet. I suggest you go for the new school, but no, Father's in for that. Well, now he's got it, and now this is finished, and now you've not.
I can always.
One, teach classic to the cows. Here we are. Captain Lansing, my father.
received as proof of the disposition of this government to advance the interests of others. I sent it.
The survey demonstrates the government's interest in Ireland, and Captain thanks you for listening so attentively to him.
Our pleasure, Captain.
Lieutenant Yoland,
I wanted to say.
George's task is to see that the name on the map are correct. Just a few words. They would like to hear you. Don't you want to hear George too?
Has anything to say? Sorry.
She says she's dying to hear you.
Very kind of you. Thank you. I can only say that I feel very foolish to be working here and not to speak your language. But I intend to rectify that with Roland's help. Indeed, I do.
He wants me to teach him Irish.
You are doubly welcome, sir. I think your countryside is very beautiful. I've fallen in love with it already. I hope we're not too crude an intrusion on your lives.
Oh, when he says he fall in love with Buddy back, and he loves you all.
Please, may I?
Go ahead, Father.
Gentlemen, we are happy to offer you our friendship, our hospitality, and every assistance that you may require. Gentlemen, welcome.
Lance is a golden reverend, but George is alright. How are you anyway?
What sort of a translation was that, Owen?
Did I make a mess of it?
You weren't saying what Messi was saying.
Uncertainty in meaning is incipient poetry. Second,
There was nothing uncertain about one instance. It's a bloody military operation. And what's Yoland function? What's incorrect in the place name here?
nothing at all. They're just going to be standardized.
You mean changing to English?
Where there's ambiguity, it will be anglicized.
And they call you Yoland. They both call you Yoland.
Isn't it ridiculous? They seem to get it wrong from the very beginning, or as they cannot pronounce Owen.
What you going to tell them?
Yes, soon.
What they?
Easy, man, easy. Owen, Roland, what the hell? They're just the names. It's the same name, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
It is.
you trying to do?
Good question. We are trying to denominate and at the same time
Describe a tiny area of soggy, rocky, sandy ground. The little stream enters the sea. An area locally known as Hole. Perfect! What about perfect?
good, Roland. Bumfoot's good.
George, my name is...
B-U-R-N-F-O-O-T.
Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Perfect. It is then. Hole. B-U-R-N.
You'll become very skilled at this.
We're not moving fast enough.
Nancy lectured me again last night. The maps say all the settlers complete. It can't be printed without these names. London screams at Nancy and Nancy screams at me. But I wasn't intimidated. I'm sorry, sir, I said, but you cannot rename a whole country overnight. Your Irish air has made you bold. Do you want us to leave?
Time enough. Class won't begin for another 2 hours.
Sorry.
Can you speak English? So, we now came across that page.
Where are we?
There.
I'm lost.
Here. And the name of that bridge is Dream Do. Put English on that, will you, students?
Say it again.
Dream Do.
Do means black.
Yes.
And dream means what? A fool?
We met yesterday in Dream Rocker.
A ridge! The Black Ridge! You see, Menace?
Well,
We'll have you fluent at the Irish before the summer's over.
Oh, I wish I were. We got a crate of oranges from Dublin today. I'll send some up to you.
thanks. Better write that for other stuff.
Can you speak English before this man? Our courtesy.
Doesn't he want to learn Irish? Don't you want to learn Irish?
Sorry.
I understand the lesson perfectly, but people like you puzzle me.
Menace, for God's sake.
How's the work going?
The work? The work? Oh, it's turning along, I think. But we'd be lost without Roland.
I'm sure, but there are always the Rollins, aren't there?
What was it he said?
He said we have to hide this powder before father gets his hands on it.
Oh.
He always trying to protect you.
Was he late from birth?
An accident when he was a baby. Father fell across his cradle. That's why Menace feels so responsible for him.
Why doesn't he marry?
Can't afford to, I suppose.
Hasn't he a salary?
What salary? All he gets is the old shillings that father throws him. That's seldom. I got out in time, didn't I? Easily just stop. It will hit you suddenly.
I like it.
Back to the job. Dream do. What's it called in the journals?
Some people here resent us.
Random? Wrong as usual.
I was passing a little girl yesterday and she spat at me.
And it's dream do here. What's it called in the registry?
Do you know the Dolan twins?
Yes, the best fisherman about here. Why?
Nancy's looking for them.
What for?
He wants them for questioning.
Probably stolen somebody's nets. Drain the fee. Nobody recorded drain the fee.
My hat's adult. Let's take a rest. Do you want a drink?
No thanks. Now we've changed every dude to dog. So if we're to be consistent, I suppose dream do has to become drunk dog. But D-R-U-M or D-R-O-N?
That house immediately above where we are camped.
Uh-huh.
The house where Maire lives.
Mayor? Ah, or a talk.
What does that mean?
Curly hair. The whole family is called a talk.
I hear music from that house almost every night.
Why don't you drop in?
Could I?
Why not? We used D-R-O-N before, so we've got to call it D-R-O-N-D-U-M. Alright?
Well, that got to where the new school is being built and to say the names again for me?
Alright. Food curry. Belly
No,
bell.
no. As they still are. In your own language.
Whole numbers. Value beer. Kumbeda. This
perfect colonial servant. Not only must the job be done, but it must be done with excellence. My father has that drive too, that dedication, that indefatigable energy. He builds roads, hopping from one end of the empire to the other. Can't sit still for 5 minutes. He says himself the longest time he ever sat still was the night before Waterloo, when they were waiting for Wellington to make up his mind to attack.
What age is he?
Born in 1789, the very day the Bastille fell. I've often thought maybe that gave his whole life its fate. He inherited a new world that day he was born. The year 1. Ancient time was at an end. The world has cast off its old skin. There were no longer any frontiers to man's potential. Possibilities were endless and exciting. He still believes that. I'm afraid I'm a great disappointment to him. I've neither his energy, nor his coherence, nor his belief. I was just lounging around, consumed by melancholy before. Do I believe in fate? The day I arrived in Bellybag, no. But yet, the moment you brought me in here, I had a curious sensation. It's difficult to describe. It was a sort of a recognition, of confirmation of something I half knew instinctively, as if I stepped
Back into ancient time?
No. It wasn't awareness of direction being changed, but of experience being of a totally different order. A romantic order, not an order of an empire driven by ruthless expansion. A stoic order with its own conviction. When I heard Jimmy Jack and your father swapping stories about Apollo and Cuchulain and Paris and Phrygia, as if they lived down the road, I thought, I knew, perhaps I could live here. Where's the queen?
Putin.
Putin. Even if I did speak Irish, I'd always be an outsider here, wouldn't I? I may learn the password, but the private chord, the language of the tribe will always elude me, won't it?
You can learn to decode us.
Angelis, kussen lang fassen på en natur, sår, psycho tanne, mine vesperades. I never lived worse than after the style of Owen. I dropped that 45.
You will have to translate it
version of Toba River. Because 50 years ago, there used to be a well, not at the crossroads, but at the field, close to the crossroads. And an old man suffering from terminal illness called Friel went there and bathed his face in it every day for 7 minutes because he thought the well was blessed. But one morning, Brian found drowned in that well. And ever since, the crossroad is called Subawri, even though the well has long since dried up. I know this story because my grandfather told it to me. But ask Dorothy, or Mora, or Bridget, even my father, even Menace, why it's called Subawri, and do you think they know? I know they don't know. So the question I put to you, Lieutenant, is this. What should we do with a name like that? Should we scrap Tobari all together and call it, what, the crossroad? Or do we keep hiring with a man long dead, long forgotten, whose name eroded beyond recognition, whose trivial little story nobody in the parish remembers? Except you. I left here. You remember it. I'm asking you. What do we write in the name book? Tobagri. Even though the well is 100 yards from the actual crossroad and there's no well and Tobagri. That's what you want? Yes. You're certain? Yes. Fine. Fine. That's what you think. That's what you want too, Roland. George! For God's sake, my name is not Roland! What? My name is Owen. Not Roland? Owen. But O-W-E-N. Where did Roland come from? I don't know. It was never Roland? Never. Oh my God! Why didn't you tell me? Do I look like a Roland? I was getting proud of the Roland. Oh my God. O-W-E-N. What will you write in the name book? Roland? Owen.
What's the celebration?
A christening. A baptism. 100 christening. 1,000 baptism. Welcome to Eden. It is right. We name a thing and bam, it lives into existence. Each name a perfect equation with its roots. A perfect congruence with its reality. Take a drink. Puccin. Lying on a spoon. Ananon Rex Puccin. Excellent, George. Medicine.
No, but that's what it was.
You're right. Steady. Sober up.
I've got good news. Where's father?
He's gone out. What's the good news?
I've been offered a job
Where? Come on, man. Speak in English.
for the benefit of the poor.
He's a decent man.
Aren't they all at some level?
Please. He's been offered the job. Where? Well, tell us.
I've just had a meeting from two men with Ismail. They want me to go there and start a new school. They're giving me a free house, free turf, and free milk. A rood of standing corns, 12 trays of potatoes, and
And what?
a salary of 42 pounds a year.
Menace, that's wonderful. Did they came looking for you?
Well, I'm into city.
This calls for a real celebration. When do you start?
Next Monday.
We'll stay there when we're there, right?
Oh yes, if you finish this work here in 2 or 3 months.
We'll have Christmas together. Christmas Day in Ismail.
I hope you're very content there, Menace.
Thank you.
Menace.
Join Ismail.
Hold on. Refill's coming.
No, I've got to go.
Come on, man. This is an occasion. Where are you rushing to?
I've got to tomorrow.
You got to tell Moira what? He's got a job. Menace. He's been offered to start a head school in Ismail. Where?
And Ismail. The island. They're giving me 42 pounds a year and
And a house, fuel, coarse potato
Oh, we look like the Greenland Island.
You know George, don't you?
We wave to each other across the field.
Sorry? And she said you wave to each other across the field. Yes, we do. Oh yes, indeed we do.
What's his name?
He said you wave to each other across the field.
That's right. So we do.
What's she saying?
Nothing.
What's the news?
Not a thing. You look busy, the two of you.
We think we are.
I hear the fiddler oceans about. There's some talk of a dance tomorrow night.
Where will it be?
Maybe at Tomari.
Tobabri.
Yes.
Tobabri.
Does he know what I'm saying?
Not a word.
Tell him then.
Tell him what?
About the dance.
Mona says there will be a dance tomorrow night. Yes, may I come? Would anybody object if I came?
What's he saying?
Who would object?
Did you tell her?
Sorry. He says, may he come?
That's up to you.
What she say? She says,
Sorry?
will you go? Oh, yes, if I may.
What does he say?
What's he saying?
For God's sake! Venus, you take on this job.
I'll walk you up to the house. Is your mother at home? I want to talk to her.
What's the rush? Didn't you offer me a drink?
Will you risk Canada bags?
Why not?
Ananan bread by your bag. It is male, Tobabri, Eden, and Petit. Correct, Owen? Perfect. And bloody marvelous stuff it is too. I like it. Bloody marvelous.
관객 여러분, 저희 번역 1부가 종료되었고요. 저희 10분간 인터미션 가지고 43분 대기하도록 하겠습니다. 늦지 않게 공연장으로 돌아와 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
Oh my god. That live across the ditch nearly killed me. I could scarcely keep up with you.
Wait till I get my grip back.
You must have looked as if you were being chased.
I also wonder when I got to.
I wonder did anyone notice us leave?
The grass must be wet. My feet are soaked.
Your feet must be wet. The grass is soaking. George,
Lieutenant George.
don't call me that. I never think of myself as lieutenant. What? Sorry? George!
Moira.
Yes, Moira. Of course I know you're Moira. I mean, I've been spent night and days full of what? Sorry? Moira? George! Moira and George!
Say anything. I love the sound of your speech.
Sorry? Every morning, I see you giving meal to black calf. Oh my god.
To Ascantrio.
Yes, say anything at all. I love the sound of your speech.
To Ascantrio. In Exercitu. Panicchio. Oh my god. George. Water.
Water? Water! Oh yes, water! Very good! Water, good. Fire, indeed, wonderful! Fire! Splendid! 그날이 그날이다 큰옥나나 몰라 hold 토 black. I wish to God you could understand me. Hands. A gentleman's hands. Because if you could understand me, I could tell you how I spend my days either thinking of you or gazing up you at your house in the hope that you appear even for a second. Every evening, you wash yourself in front of your tent. I will tell you how beautiful you are, Carolina and Moira. Your arm is so long and thin. The skin on your shoulder is very white. I will tell you. Don't stop. I know what you're saying. I will tell you how I want to be here, to live here, always with you, always, always, always. Why is that word? Always. Yes, always. You're trembling. Yes, I'm trembling because of you. I'm trembling too. I made up my mind. I'm not going to leave here. Listen to me. I want you to, soldier. Don't stop. I know what you're saying. I want to live with you. Anywhere. Anywhere at all. Always. Always. Always? What is that word? Always. Take me away with you, George. You know the old line kingdom, Conquering Park, where we call the Murray. Do you know why it's called the Murray? I just discovered it's a corruption of Saint Marinus. It seems Saint Marinus has a monastery about 7th century, and over the year it became shortened to the Murray. Very unattractive name, isn't it? I think we should go back to the original, Saint Marinus. What do you think? Don't you think we should go back to that?
Bloody hell!
Hold on. I have a backup too.
Manus,
Take this one. I'm finished with it anyway.
You're not leaving with the army after the work.
I haven't made up my mind. Why?
Danish mailman will be back to see why I haven't turned up. Tell them. I'll write to them as soon as I can. Tell them I still want the job. But that it might be 3 or 4 months before I'm free to go.
You're being damn stupid, Menace.
Still you do that for me.
Clear out now and let's just think.
Will you? Do that for me.
We're a couple of days even. You know, George is a bloody romantic. Maybe he'll reappear tomorrow morning. Or else the search party will find him this evening lying drunk somewhere in the sandhill. You've seen him drinking the poutine.
I had the sword in my hand when I went looking for him. I was going to frog him. a lame scholar, and violent.
Did anybody see you?
When I saw him standing there at the side of the road, smiling, and her face buried in his shoulder, I couldn't even go close to them. I just shouted something stupid, something like, "You're a bastard, Yoland!" If I said it in English, but she kept saying sorry, sorry, the wrong gesture in the wrong language.
And you didn't see him again.
Sorry.
Before you go, tell us that just to clear yourself.
What am I to say to
I'm
this?
warning you. Run away now, and you're
Will
bound
you
to
get that
be.
message? You can smell me.
I will.
Have you any idea where you're going?
Maybe. I remember Mother saying she's cousin day. Tell Father, I had to go into Virgil and the Caesar and Diascus because they're mine anyway. I bought them with the money I got for my rent. Do you remember that bubbly man? And tell him, none of them ever returned the dish me. He always forgets those things.
Yes.
And tell him, his good church, I wrote, and hanging up in the press. And his queen's box are in the order box of the back.
All right.
And tell him, I write.
If Mora asks where you're going,
Tell her, we won't need milk anymore, won't he? He usually takes his to black. And when he comes in the night, you'll hear him, he makes a lot of noise. I usually come down and give him a hand up. Those stairs are dangerous without a banister. And if you can bake, he's very fond of soda fruit.
I can give you money. I'm wealthy. Do you know what they pay me? To show you a day for this. Goodbye, Miss.
What is your name? Come on, what's your name?
My name is Sarah.
Just Sarah? Sarah what? Well,
Sarah Johnny Sally.
and where do you live? Come on.
I live in another land.
Very good. Very good, Sergeant, sir. There's nothing to stop you now. Nothing in the white word. It's your right. It's your right. You did no harm. You did no harm at all.
Good luck, Dennis.
I'm so sorry, Dennis.
Is there a class this evening? I think Father knows. Where is he anyway? Where? I don't understand where. It doesn't matter. He probably turned up.
You're missing the train, boys! You're missing the train! 50 soldiers arrived an hour ago!
And they're moving straight across the fields for a knot an hour.
Crowding every inch of the ground in front of them with their bayonets and scattering animals and hands in their direction.
And tumbling everything before them. Fences, ditches, haystacks, turnstacks.
And Barney P.T. just out of his bed and running after them in his drawers. You who's you? Get out of my coat, you who's you?
First time he ran in his life.
Too lazy, don't begin. To cut by the bottle of goods.
Tell them about me, cutie.
Christ. It feels in your old fella away.
They were all inside an unannounced grades hall. All the crowd from the funeral.
And they hear the commotion and your old fella, he sees the army stretched across the
Oh my
countryside.
God!
up and down and shouting, "Someone fly! Someone fly!"
You never stop backbiting in your life, boys. Come away out with me, Sarah, and you'll see it all.
Be curious if you take no class. Is Menos about?
Menos is gone.
Gone where?
He's left.
Where to?
Gone away.
Where to?
Did you see George and Morak leave the dance troupe last night?
We did. Didn't we, Dorothy?
Did you see Menos following them out?
I didn't see him going out, but I saw him coming in by himself later.
Did you see George and Morak come back to the dance?
No,
Did you see them again?
he left her home. We passed him going up the back road. Didn't we, Dorothy?
And Menos stayed till the end of the dance.
We know nothing, Owen. What are you asking us for?
Because, let's say question me, when he hears Menos is gone. That's the way George went to, by the back road. That's where you saw him.
Leave me alone, Owen. I know nothing about Yoland. If you want to know why Yoland, ask the dormant. The dance party was fun, wasn't it?
What's this about the doodles? Were they about last night?
Didn't see them. If they were.
George is a friend of mine.
So,
I want to know what happened to him.
couldn't tell me.
What helped the little twist to do it? Don't it?
I know nothing, Owen. Nothing at all. I feel that soldiers in the right nerve souls. All I know is this. On my way to the dance, I saw their boat reach that port, and it wasn't there on my way home. And that's all I know. Christ, they're crawling all over the place. Millions of them. They're leveling the whole land.
Honest to God, I must be going on my head. I'm halfway here and I think to myself, isn't this Canberry life? Look into it and isn't it empty?
We have plenty dance.
Are you sure I can go back home?
It's fun.
Sure. And have you heard anything?
Nothing.
What does Fancy say?
We really didn't talk.
He left me home when, and the last thing he said in Irish, "I'll see you yesterday." I meant to say I'll see you tomorrow. And I laughed that much he pretended to get cross and he said, Maple, because I said the word wrong. We went, laughing away. Do you think he's alright? What do you think?
I'm sure he'll turn up. Mora.
He comes from a tiny wee place called Winfrey. Come here too, Lucy. Look. There's Winfrey. And there are two other wee villages right beside it. One of them's called Bandish. It's there. And the other's called Nethergate. It's about there. Aren't they odd names? Sure, they make no sense to me at all. He drew a map for me on the western and wrote the names on it. I have it all in my hands now. Winfrey, Bandish, Nethergate, Little Washington, Norwich, Norfolk. Strange sounds, aren't they? But nice sounds, like Shimmy Jack reciting his homework. You were lovely last night, Sarah. Is that the dress you got from Boston? Green suits you. Something very has happened to him when I know. He wouldn't know away without telling me. You're his friend. Where is he? I think I'll go home now. The wee ones have to be washed and put to bed. And the black cows have to be fed. My hands are raw. They're still blistered from the hay. I'm ashamed of them. I hope to God there's no hay to be saved
Is it long gone? Menace.
Half an hour.
Stupid bloody fool.
I told him that.
Do they know he's gone?
Not yet.
They'll be after him like bloody beagles. Bloody fool limping along the coast. They'll overtake him before night for Christ's sake.
Any news? Any word?
Where are the honors?
There was to be a class, but my father.
This will suffice. If you will, you're responsible to pass on what I wish every family in this section. I'm in a hurry, Odona.
The captain has an announcement to make.
Lieutenant Yoland's missing. If we don't find him, or if we receive no information as to where he's to be found, I will post the following course of action.
They're searching for George. If they don't find him,
Commencing 24 hours from now, we will shoot all livestock in Valley back at once.
beginning this time tomorrow, they'll kill every animal in Valley Bay, unless they're told where George is.
If that doesn't bear results, commencing 48 hours from now, we will embark on a series of evictions and leveling of every area. Do your job! Translate.
If they still haven't found him in 2 days, they'll begin evicting and leveling every house, starting with these towns.
Swineford,
Lisnamuk,
Bunfoot,
Bunnahoen,
Drumduff,
Dreamdu,
White Plains,
Mairenen,
King's Head.
Gnongnari.
If by the lieutenant hasn't been found, we will proceed until complete clearance is made of the entire section.
If Yoland is not got by then, their rubbish stuff will perish.
I trust they know exactly what they got to do. I know you. I know you will leave. What's your name? Who are you? Name?
Go on, Sarah. You can tell him.
Her name is Sarah Jones.
Where does she live?
Bunnahoen.
Where?
Perfect.
I want to talk to your brother. Is he here?
Not at the moment.
Where is he?
He is awake.
What wake?
Tell him this all comes on fire.
What's your name? Who's the lot?
Dotty, he said your whole camp is on fire.
I will remember you, Mr. Totti. You carry a big responsibility in all this.
Mother of God, does he need it, Owen?
Yes, he does.
We'll have to hide the beast somewhere. My she must have known it. Come on, Dottie, come on! Don't be standing about there! The sweet smell. Smell it! It's a sweet smell! Jesus, the potato!
It's your army tanks burning, Bridget.
Is it? Are you sure? Is that what it is? God, I thought we were destroyed altogether. Come on! Come on!
How are you? Are you right? Don't worry, they will come back to you again. It will. You're a friend now. He frightens you. That's all wrong.
They can't. They can't. The Dominus always said I should read it. So probably it is harmful. It must be something dreadful. I can't make sense of seeing the word too. He will do it.
Unless you're once found. Then you'll certainly do it.
When my grandfather was a boy, they did the same thing. And after all the chores you did, I've damned little to defend, but he'll not put me up with other fights. And there'll be others who see the same as me. We'll all stick together.
Against a trained army,
The dominant twins know how.
if they could be found.
If they could be found. Give me a shout after you finish with the dancing. I might know something then.
The hours of appropriate disposition to proffer my condolences to the bereaved mother and about to enter the Damas Mora.
The Wake House.
Indeed, Mr. George Alexander, Justice of the Peace, my tidings are
assassini.
Who?
Assassini.
Cloud Kobe something?
Flashing eye, Q. Flashing eye.
The lady has assented.
She asked me. I assented.
When was that?
Last night. I'm meeting Zeus tomorrow. Maybe Hades. Will you be my best man?
On it, James. Roundly on it.
You know what I'm looking for, Q, don't you? I mean to say you know. I don't like the rest of them, you know. You know yourself, Q, don't you? You know all that. But what I'm really looking for, Q, what I really want, companionship, Q. At the time of my life, companionship, company, someone to talk to. You've no idea how lonely it is. Companionship, correct you? Correct?
Correct.
And I always liked you, correct?
Correct, James.
Someone to talk to. That's all. The whole story. You know it all about you.
Rally back. Front foot. King's Head. White Plains. Bear Hill. John Boy. Green Bank.
I'll take it. It's only a catalog of names.
I know what it is.
A mistake. And my mistake. Nothing to do with us. I hope that's strong enough. Jimmy! Wake up, Jimmy! Wake up, man! Here. Drink this. And go on the way home. There may be trouble. Do you hear me, Jimmy? There may be trouble.
We must learn those new names.
Did you see us that climb about?
We must learn where we live. We must learn to make them our own. We must make them our new home.
I know where I live.
James thinks he knows too. And I look at James and three thoughts occur to me. A, it is not the literal past, the facts of history that shape us, but the image of the past embodied in language. James has ceased to make that discrimination.
Don't lecture me, Father.
And B, we must never cease renewing those images, because once we do, we fossilize. Is there no sort of...
And sin, Father. One single, unalterable fact. If Yoland is not found, we will all be victims. Lance has issued the order.
Addictum imperatrix.
You should change out of those wet clothes. I've got to go. I've got to see Dorothy and Dorothy.
What about?
I'll be back soon.
miraculous matching of hope and past, present, possibility, strutting across the fresh green land, the rhythm of perception heightened, and the whole enterprise of consciousness accelerated. We were gods that morning, James, and I recently married my goddess, Caitlin Noon in time. May she rest in peace, and to leave her and my infant son in his grave. That was heroic too. My God, sir, we were magnificent. We marched as far as, where was it, Glanton's. All of 23 miles in one day, and it was in Philip's pub that we got homesick for Athens, just like Ulysses. Desiderium nostrum, the need for. And our pianos, James, were older and quieter things. That was the longest 23 miles back I ever made. Friend, confusion is not an ignoble condition.
I'm back again. I set off for somewhere, but I couldn't remember where. So I came back here.
Yes, I will teach you English while I talk.
Will you, Master? I must learn it. I need to learn it.
Indeed, you may well be my own pupil.
When can we start?
Not today, tomorrow perhaps, after the funeral. We'll begin tomorrow. Don't expect too much. I will provide you with the available words and the available grammar. But will that help you interpret between prophecies? I have no idea. But it's over. I have no idea at all.
Master, what does the English word always mean?
Semper per omnia secula. The Greeks called it I. It's not a word I start with. It's a silly word, girl.
When he comes back, this is where he'll come to. He told me this is where he was happiest.
Do you know the Greek word endogamy? It means to marry within the tribe. And the word exogamy means to marry outside the tribe. And you don't cross those borders casually. Both sides gets very angry. Now the problem is this. Is Asini sufficiently mortal? Or am I sufficiently godlike for the marriage to be acceptable to her people and to my people? You think about that. You really need to think about that.
Mr. tumbled to dust on the way to the museum.
Hey, look, come here and see. It's half burned, but the town we passed earlier. Burnfoot. The original name seems to have been Owen. What does it mean?
Bun means the bottom. Aba means the river. So it's ritually the mouth of the river.
God, she's a dose. Why did they change it to Burnfoot? That sounds so plebeian. That's neither fish nor flesh.
Of course, Sarah. You've been the best at this.
There was an ancient city which, it is said, Juno loved above all the lands. And it was the goddess's aim and cherished hope that here should be the capital of all the nations, should fates perchance allow it. Yet in truth, she discovered that a race was springing from Trojan blood to overthrow someday these Tyrian towers. The latter began battle with the superman, the kings of broad realms and proud in war, who would come forth for Libya's down. Such was the course